Alrighty, everyone. Welcome into tonight's broadcast. Tonight we'll be broadcasting the HGR 2.0 Next Gen Talladega event. This will be a 40-lap race tonight. I don't know how much fuel. I will go check in a second. But, yeah. $15 entry. We got group payouts tonight, so the big dogs will get their own separate payouts. The little dogs will get their own separate payouts. 65% fuel, 1 fast repair. And now let's go to tonight's starting grid presented by Joshua McCullough. Tonight's starting grid will be, on the pole will be Devin Ray. Second place will be Kenny McCullough. Starting third will be Josh. Starting fourth will be James Waring. Starting fifth will be Hunter Hastings. Starting sixth will be John Wood. Ryan Bailey starting seventh. Ricky Stewart starting eighth. Ninth, Dustin Cohen. Bobby Rachel in the 10th position. Mason Olney in the 11th position. Michael Wingo 12th. Richard Espinal 13th. Nash Brambell 14th. Matthew Patton 15th. Mark Rundell 16th. William H. Scott rounding out your field in 16th. Alright, so here we go. So Devin Ray, Kenny McCullough on the front row there. 2 big dogs. Josh McCullough in the 3rd spot. That's another big dog. And joining me tonight in the booth will be Joshua McCullough. He is racing now as well, so he can give us some much needed info. Say hello, Josh.
Yo, yo, yo.
So there he is. As I do have new overlays for tonight's race, thanks to Charlie Morgan for showing me how to work this thing. And there is a track map as well right there. Don't know why the colors are all gray, but sorry about that. Nothing I can do, really. Are we holding the start, Josh? Looks like we are.
Yep.
Alright, so we're going to be holding the start right here for, I think that's Ryan Bailey in the pits. As they're stopping, though. And I also got some new camera views from Charlie Morgan as well, so I'm trying to figure these out. As when you hear them, Josh, can you please count down so the viewers know when we're fixing to go green?
Yep.
So as you hear them count down, you just count down as well. It'll be somewhere along the lines of the back straightaway.
Three, two, one, go.
Alright, green flag's in the air. Look at this, Ricky Stewart up the outside already, 3 wide for about a 6th spot. Going into turn number 3. Here comes John Wood up the outside with his teammate Matthew Patton. Ain't seen John Wood in a while, so good to see him back out here. Ryan Bailey up with them, up on the outside line. What setup are we on, Josh? Are we on the fixed?
No.
SummerSlam?
Yep.
Alright. Kenny McCullough now gonna jump up in front of Devin Ray. Big block up there on the outside. Josh on the bottom with Hastings still. James Waring stuck out in the middle. Not really got any help right now. But here comes the bottom. The bottom's rolling pretty well, going into 3 and 4. Josh is looking like he might be able to get clear. Not yet, though, as Kenny's going to jump down in the middle. Now Josh is going to jump up. Josh leads that lap. As he's going to go up now to the wall. As we know this setup, the bottom is one of the worst lines. And the top is usually some of the best coming around the end of this race. The middle can work, though, so... But right now we're seeing all 3 lines work. This is a little bit different weather. I forgot to put the weather up, but we can look at the track temp right here. It's a 75-degree track temp, so... The SummerSlam was all about racing in the high track temps. This is a very low track temp, so don't know how it's going to affect the handling or the racing at all. But looks like pretty good racing so far, as we got all 3 lanes working for the most part right now. But that middle is now surging. McKellar gets a big lead with Devin Ray behind him. Ricky Stewart's going to try to jump up. Nearly wrecks himself off Ward's nose. At the line, Josh will lead that time by as well. Little 3-car pack pulling away here. Now they're 4 wide for the back. Nash Brambilla contact with Ricky Stewart. James Waring, Matthew Patton nearly in the wall. So that's John Ward. Still 3 wide for the 4th spot here. Nash Brambilla gets a big surge here with Richard Espinal. And he's going to jump up to the outside of Kenny McKellar, trying to take that 3rd spot away. He's got help from Richard here. Now Devin and Josh are both going to jump up. Kenny on the inside with Ward now. Outside line's got way more help, but Kenny's holding pretty strong here for now on the inside of Devin Ray. Kenny McKellar's going to get up on the inside of Josh here. Nearly clear up front, and he is going to get clear. He's going to jump up in front of Kenny or Josh, as looks like Devin Ray might get a little hot there. And now Ward will lead the inside line. So Kenny, Josh now looks like they might both be clear on that outside line. But now here comes that bottom with Ward and Matthew Patton, the 2 teammates. Or they were. But now they're falling back. Got all the help they got or had lost. So they're going to fall back about 4 rows here. So outside line looking strong here early on. Was coming around to complete lap 5 of 40. Kenny McKellar will lead it. Hunter Hastings now jumping up through the middle line, trying to make something work. Oh, I believe he just blinked out there. Someone just blinked. Now Hunter's going to get back up in front of Richard here. Down the backstretch. Now Devin Ray's going to jump to the middle line. Josh is going to cover. They're trying to get down, maybe side draft that bottom, as that bottom's got a big run here, actually. Kenny's going to block John, and he's going to get a big push there. Probably going to jump back up here in a second. There you go, jumps back up. Still not much help on that bottom line, but they got a pretty big run there, so it's definitely possible for it to work. Big stack up on that outside line there. I don't know what happened to the track map, but there you go. There, it's back up now. How many laps of fuel you got left right now, Josh?
17.
17 laps of fuel left for that number 05 machine, so looks like you get about maybe 25, 26 laps of fuel here, maybe. Maybe a little bit less. As now Kenny's going to jump down and block Ward. Still has the lead, but now he's on the inside line. Josh is gonna, he has a little bit of help with Nash, but he's gonna fall back just enough where Kenny can get back clear. Big stack up there on the top with Hunter Hastings and Richard Espinal. But here comes Devin Ray up on the top. He's got help from James Waring, but James Waring looks like he might have a little bit of a center punch, as now both McCulloughs will jump up to the outside line up front. Kenny will jump back down now with Ward. Ward contact with Josh, and now Ward's going to get spun on the apron. Matt Pat gets loose as well. John Ward's going to save it. No, he's not. He's going to spin out. John Ward around. And now he's going to come back up and eventually save it. But not before he loses the draft completely. Let's go back and see what happened here. Gets spun onto the apron. Saves it and then overcorrects just a little bit back to the right. And then he comes back up. Does eventually completely save it, but not before he gets out of that draft a good ways. Top 4 now all clear going into turn number 3. But here comes Dustin Cohen with his help from Ricky Stewart, teammate there. As now with 4 wide, Ryan Bailey and James Waring got split up there. And now Nash Brambilla trying to take the right rear. Josh McCullough, he's not having it. He throws a chopping block on him. But here comes Kenny now jumping back down in front of Devin Ray. And Hunter Hastings coming back up front as Josh loses all his momentum. He's going to drop pretty far back here, about 4th in line now. Dustin Cohen still working his way on the bottom, trying to make something happen. As now Josh going to go down and side draft them. Michael Wingo getting up the track. He about got wrecked right there. Now Hunter looks like making a block on Josh, trying to get that right rear. But now Hunter's going to stay in the middle, get to the inside of Devin Ray. Big gaps here between all these guys. But here comes Mason Oney. Josh is going to block Mason up top. Now he's going to go back down and throw another block on Nash. And he's going to give Hunter Hastings a big shot there into Kenny. And now Josh is going to get clear of that outside line. Devin Ray dropping like a rock. Kenny McCullough still leads. Hunter Hastings behind him. Josh McCullough in the 3rd spot. Looks like Josh is actually center punched as well. Just the smallest bit of front end damage for him. As here comes Devin Ray split in the middle. Splitting Richard Espinal right there. Josh is going to jump down to the inside now. No, he's going to jump back up to the middle now. Hunter Kenny went down to the middle to cover. Still, though, all Hunter Hastings and Kenny McCullough up front. Bottom line, can't really do anything. Here comes Devin Ray up the outside, trying to get to the outside of Nash Brambilla. He's got James Waring now jumping up, and Ryan Bailey further back, trying to help them. As 3rd line starting to form here. See if these guys jump up coming out of 2. As Waring's now back off of Devin, though. So that's going to help Nash get back clear. Nash is going to jump up now in front of Devin. Will you see everyone else jump up? Josh is going to jump up now. Hunter's going to jump up. And so is Kenny. So everyone back up on the outside line here. As we out on board with Josh McCullough on that left front. Still got that center punch. Him and James Waring both have a pretty decent center punch. Now Nash Brambilla tries to take the right rear. Josh blocks him once more, but gets a little loose. Good save there from Josh McCullough. As now going into the tribal, huge frame rate loss there, but Devin Ray's going to jump in the middle. Dustin Cohen all the way down still. Hunter Hastings going to cover Devin. Kenny's going to cover Hunter. Middle line's rolling here. Still, it's all Hunter Hastings and Kenny McCullough up front. Now Devin Ray's dropping really far back here. Devin Ray now jumping up top with James Waring once again trying it. Not going to happen this time. Ryan Bailey to the outside of Josh McCullough. He has no help, though. He's going to get to the right rear of Josh, but... Oh, and now Josh going to get split. Nearly wrecked Richard. Oh, my God, that was a close call there. Devin Ray went with him, and Josh threw an iffy block. Almost wrecked himself there, as that was a daring 4-wide move from the 00. Now down the back straighter though, still middle line rolling. Richard looking like he wants to go to the outside of Josh again. Devin's going to do that before he can though. Devin's going to come back in line though. As we have a lap car coming up, that's Bobby Rachel. He's going to stay in the outside line here. As we're coming to 26 laps to go. Looking like these guys might... Oh, Josh going to get turned into the outside wall. Goes Josh McCullough. The 00 slams into Michael Wingo. There goes Bobby Rachel. Down into the inside wall. And he's going to hit it pretty hard. And then up front ish, Nash Brambilla's going to get spun back into Josh McCullough. And that's going to spin him back around into the inside wall. And that's going to spin him back around into the inside wall. Do another look at it here. Let's ride on board with the 00 here of Richard Espinal. See what he saw out of the front end. Actually, does nearly saves the car, but then... Actually, does nearly saves the car, but then... Car kind of hooks a left right there on the last second. So he's going to take some pretty significant wheel damage there, probably. Go back and look at it one more time here from the blimp view. Poor Bobby Rachel was just getting lapped. Innocent bystander, shades of John Wood. But there you see Josh is trying to lift off Hunter, possibly hot. And then the 00 just hooks him into the outside wall. And then he comes back down, tags Bobby, tags James. And then the 00 gets hit from Devin. That's going to put Michael Wingo into the inside wall. And the 23 is going to hit Josh there. And it looks like the left front on the 00 absolutely killed. So when he hit Michael Wingo, that is what ended up killing the car. And he's still out here. Now he's got his fast pair though. So Kenny McCullough will still lead. That will put Hunter in second, Dustin Cohen third, Ricky Stewart fourth, Devin Ray fifth. What's up, Chris Carter in the chat? Alright, as we come to the green flag now, sorry for the delay, but looks like Kenny McCullough might have topped off. So I'll put Dustin Cohen in the lead, Ricky Stewart second, John Ward in the third spot. Coming to the green flag here. So Josh, do you believe you can make it on fuel now? Josh,
Yo.
can you make it on fuel now?
I had to take a fast break.
Can you make it on fuel?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll probably see some more aggressive driving as green flag's back in the air for Dustin Cohen and Ricky Stewart. As Ricky Stewart's gonna lose a little bit of momentum here, that's gonna help the number 20 Dustin Cohen's gonna get clear now. Further back, looks like Richard and Hunter up on the outside there. James Wayne's going to jump up with, so is Ryan Bailey. And look at this, 4-wide move from Devin Ray up to the 5th spot nearly. Got Ricky Stewart behind him now, as Ricky goes from like the front to the back there. Mason Olney up to the 3rd spot. And he's going to have Nash Brambilla pushing him, see if they're going to go up on the outside line here. Outside the line, usually you'd think would be better, but they got the help, but they're just still trying to get Mo. It probably was hot anyways. Now Nash Brambilla's going to go back down in the middle line. Devin Ray's going to jump up in the middle with Kenny. Ricky Stewart gets whipped. Now he's going to wreck. Nash Brambilla around. It's the big one. Ryan Bailey, James Waring. Ricky Stewart still spinning into the outside wall. And more wrecking on the inside, I believe. Yeah, Hunter Hastings with damage. There's Nash Brambilla finally rolling out of it. So a big wreck coming out of the trail here. Now Hunter's going to spin it out again. Looks like he's got some right front damage on it. As we go back and look at the wreck here from the chopper camera. There you see Nash going to the inside here on Ricky Stewart, and then he kind of comes up. Ricky kind of comes down too, and then Nash is going to overcorrect right into James Waring, into Hunter Hastings. Matthew Patton's going to get tagged there in it. They're going to spin into the inside wall. But then, go here with James Waring, see what happened to him from the far chase view. There you see Stewart, Nash tag each other. Maybe the tiniest bit of net code there. That's going to turn Waring up the track. Matthew Patton actually didn't get hit. He was losing it, trying to save it. Oh, and he looks like he might have got hit from Mark Vondell. And there you see Ryan Bailey also involved. Ooh, and Oni hit the wall as well. Tagged the wall there. So let's go on board here with Matthew Patton. He actually got tagged in the right rear. Tried to save it as he's avoiding the wreck, and he just lost it. After he got tagged, he's going to end up doing a 360, keep it going. As pit stops being made, Devin Ray, Dustin Cohen, couple guys staying out, couple guys pitting. As Kenny will still be a leader here, Mark Vondell is going to be in the 2nd spot, and John Ward in the 3rd spot. Under the 2nd yellow tonight, as we have completed, we've been over halfway. We're at lap 23 of 40 right now. As the field makes their way through 3 and 4, Kenny McCullough has elected the outside line under this yellow flag. It'll be a 16 lap to go restart here. As the field makes their way into the United Rentals restart zone, green flag will be back in the air for Kenny McCullough and Mark Rondell. Big block there from Kenny McCullough to the outside with Devin Ray. He's gonna cut off Hunter Hastings there, going on the back. Mark Rondell with John Wood on the inside. Here comes Hunter Hastings to go to the middle line. Kenny McCullough's gonna jump down and cover that. Devin Ray with no help on the outside. Now Matthew Patton jumps up. But they are falling back pretty far. Dustin Cohen nearly below the yellow line there. As Mark Rondell's gonna pull up even with Kenny down in the front straightaway in the travel. Hunter Hastings with no help right now. Oh, and now Nash Rambo is going to get turned again. He's going to save it this time. So good save there from Nash. He's going to keep it straight, but further back up here. Kenny McCullough gets clear. So with Hunter Hastings. Bottom line is falling apart. Outside line's got way more help right now. James Waring up here in the 3rd spot. Ryan Bailey made his way up to 4th. Ryan's going to look to the middle. He's going to wreck James Waring. James Waring around. He's going to overcorrect into Devin Ray. Another wreck here. Oh, and Justin Cohen in the wall. Matthew Patton gets wrecked in this. Devin Ray's going to spin it around and keep it going. But James Waring gets tagged there from Ryan Bailey. Or James Waring tags himself. Going into 3 and 4. Ooh, there it is. Further up. See here. Looks like Waring kind of comes down there for a second, but also Bailey's shooting that weird spot. But anyways, that turns Waring back up into Devin, and then you see Matthew Patton right here get tagged, I think, from Dustin Cohen. That's going to hook him into the outside retaining safer barrier and just give him a good bit of front-end damage there. Back up here, though. Let's go to Bailey's view, or far chase here for a second. So he's going to, thought about shooting the middle there. He does it a little bit later. He's going to stay right here on the left side of Waring. Waring comes down ever so slightly, and that tags him. Waring did have it saved, then he cuts back to the right, trying to have Will into it. That's going to tag Devin Ray, wreck him, and then up here you see Matthew Patton. Go back a second here. See what happened to him. So they're wrecking up here. He's going to avoid Waring Bailey. Come down. Keep trying to avoid it. Dustin Cohen's coming off the apron, not really giving him much room, and trying to avoid the wreck. Just wrecks himself really there. Don't really blame Matt Pat there. He's just trying to avoid the wreck. And that's going to give Dustin Cohen some damage. There you see Devin Ray on the inside. The other orange car with more damage too. Let's see if we can go on board here with James Waring. Now on board with Dustin Cohen. They see another mediocre wreck there, mid-sized wreck. It's a 4-car pileup. We are on our 3rd yellow now. On lap 27, now 28 probably. Nope, 20. Yep, 28 of 40. Have 15 cars on the lead lap. As now Bobby Rachel will go around and get his lucky dog, so there'll be 16 cars on the lead lap. Michael Wingo 4 laps down. Don't know if he's still out here, but After that bad wreck to begin with, he is out here. He's right there. So Wingo's still out here, but he is full laps down. Gonna need a good bit of yellows if he wants to get back up here. All these guys coming out of the pits. Devin Ray, Matthew Patton. Looks like they got their damage fixed. Maybe took a fast pair. Maybe some tires. Matthew Patton with a clean car. Devin Ray with a clean car. Got all their damage fixed. Up front, though, it's still Kenny McCullough now. Hunter Hastings, though, in second. I don't even know where he is at. Looks like he's all the way down here on the apron. And then Mark Vondell in the third spot. As one to go signal is out, Kenny McCullough will elect the top again. He's going to have Ward behind him. Hunter Hastings will be on the inside leading with Mark Vondell behind him. Alright, pace car's off. Here we go. Ready to restart the race. It's going to be a 11 lap to go restart here, so not much time left. Kenny McCullough, Hunter Hastings into the restart zone. Green flag's back in the air. Good restart for both lanes here. But better help on the outside right now. 4-car, 5-car push deep. Oh, and Josh McCullough immediately going to take the right way of Ricky Stewart. Doesn't have much help right now, but he will when Devin probably gets to him here. Bottom line's going to have more help as Josh jumps up, so that's going to get Hunter Hastings clear. He's going to jump up in front of Kenny. Offset push there for a second, but now Devin Ray, Josh McCullough going to have a little bit of a run here down the backstretch. But look at that surge from the middle line. Ricky Stewart, big shot there as he's pushing 4 deep, going into 3 and 4. Josh and Devin just dead on the outside line. Vondell clear to the middle. Will he jump up? Not yet. But now Josh finally getting some momentum back with Devin. But he doesn't have that third car, which is what they need up there. But now they jump down to the middle. Josh will have a run here to Ricky Stewart probably. Ooh, Matthew Patton, big offset push there to Cohen. There goes Josh to the outside of Ricky Stewart. Nash Brambill with the big run. He's going to take it to the middle line. Josh is going to jump down in front of him. And they're going to go not all the way down. Nash is not clear. Now Matthew Patton to help Nash. 3-car push on the bottom, but 4 cars up top. Now Kenny's going to jump down in front of Josh. Pretty even lanes right now. Big shot to the outside line right there. Kenny with a big surge on the bottom there. He's going to get clear of Hunter. Josh might even get clear of Hunter here. Not quite, though. Now Kenny's going to jump up. Will Hunter go around? Kenny does not. He stays right behind him. Outside line with more help. That's going to help Hunter and Kenny both get clear. Doubt they're going to jump down, though. Looks like Nash might be running out of temps. He's backing off now, trying to get some air. That's going to help the top even more. Top line is going to surge big time here. Down the backstretch, Kenny, Hunter, John Wood on the outside line. Now Devin Ray's going to go down the middle. 9 laps to go. Coming to 8. Richard Espinal in the middle line with Dusty Cohen and Matthew Patton. Here comes the bottom with McCullough and Devin Ray trying to make something happen. Ward's going to fall off the back end of Hunter, as Hunter's probably going to start to run out of temps. Kenny's not going to go down. Hunter thinking about going up, probably just getting temps, but Devin Ray to the lead now with 8 laps to go. Will he be able to get clear in 1-2? Not quite yet, but he might be able to. Ooh, contact there between Ricky Stewart, looks like, and John Wood. Devin Ray is clear to the lead. He's going to jump up in front of Kenny. Now will Josh be able to get the help and get clear? Matthew Patton's getting up to him now. Oh, don't even need the help from Matthew. Very, very, sketchy move there from Josh. But he gets it done. He's to the outside. 3 teammates on the outside line. They're going to be pulling away here for a second. Big gap there. And now we're 3 wide, nearly 4 wide further back with Hunter Hastings, John Wood. Matthew Patton jumping in front of Hunter now. Mark Rondell helping Ricky Stewart on the bottom. Oh, he's going to get Ricky loose. Ricky's going to go, man, about whack Mark Rondell. Now Mark Rondell's going to turn him. There goes Ricky Stewart, Ryan Bailey, Mason Olney. Oh, hard into the wall for Ryan Bailey in the 59. Oh, and contact there again with Mason and Ryan. So that will ultimately cause some pretty big damage here to Vondell, possibly. And looks like Ricky Stewart also involved after getting turned. Very just sketchy moment to come out of 4. I knew that was probably going to cause a wreck. We go back here. Rondell's going to turn Ricky, but then Ricky saves it. But he comes back up, kind of. That's going to knock Rondell back up the track. Oh, Rondell gets a bump. That's going to put him back down into Ricky. And turn him up into the Ward, Waring. And then Rondell spins into Ryan Bailey and Mason Olney. That's going to put them into the outside wall pretty hard. Full time look at the wreck right here. Let's go on board with Mason Olney here as it happens right in front of him, right in his lap basically. He thought he had it, he thought he was through it, and then Bailey gets clipped there at the last second. Oh, James Waring here. Back up front, though. McCullough still leads. Devin Ray second. Matthew Patton third. Kenny fell back to 4th here under this yellow, as it will be a 4 lap to go restart at the line. Alright, as I'll do a little mini interview here. Josh, can you hear me?
Yo.
Well, you're in the lead here. Doing pretty good so far. Had that bottom line work. What's your plan here to finish out these full laps and how you pull off this win?
I'm gonna try to stay the leader. And hopefully, I don't get hung out. You can get hung out really quick in the next gen, but I got some teammates up here. Hopefully, they can keep me up here.
There you go. And he does not have a fast repair, so a couple of these guys don't have a fast repair now. So if they wreck, they are going to be done if they get enough damage. So gotta be careful here. I think there might be another wreck. 4 laps is a lot of laps. As Josh will elect the outside, it's going to put Devin Ray on the inside. Josh has got his dad Kenny behind him. Matthew Patton going to be pushed on the bottom. Oh! What is Devin doing?
Shut up, Josh. Damn, that just gave me a meatball.
And there you hear it. Josh McCullough meatballed.
You ready to go to the front, Ricky?
John Ward and Rookie Stewart maybe planning on going to the front here. See where they're sitting.
Front or the infield care center. That's what me and Pat did.
So Ward is right behind Ricky Stewart here, seeing if they're going to make any moves probably. Probably going to see some moves out of them guys. But anyways, Josh McCullough, Devin Ray on the front row. Coming out of turn number 4 here. My pick to win this race is probably going to be, I say, ooh, I don't know, dude. I'm going to say, like, I think Hunter Hastings is going to get it done tonight. I know he's on the bottom, he's not in the parade line, but I think Dustin Cohen, all these guys up here trying to fight for the win might cause a wreck here. Ricky Stewart, they're going to be coming to the front, you know that. Looks like Ricky Stewart might actually have some damage. So maybe they're going to try to split people and get up here pretty quickly, but 4 laps, a lot of laps. They got plenty of time to do it. Anyone can still win it. Green flag's back in the air. Pretty even start there. Now Hunter, look at that, jumps up, my pick to win. And the bottom line is just going to absolutely die going into 1 and 2 probably here. Josh McCullough, Kenny McCullough, Hunter Hastings on the outside line. Coming out of turn number 2. Coming to 3 laps to go. They're all going to work their way up to the outside line. And the bottom line, like I said, just fading fast. Dustin Cohen, Richard Espinal now up there. Oh, and Dustin Cohen's going to go down the middle now. Middle does starting to get some help now, though. See if they can work their way back up there. But right now, the outside line is rolling. It's Kenny, Josh, Hunter. Oh, and Hunter's going to get hooked. Oh, he's going to save it. But there goes Richard Espinal. And Hunter's going to come back up and nearly wreck himself. But he's going to save it again. As I'm trying to find Richard there. As he's going to hit pit road, too. Here's Richard, finally. I didn't even get to see what happened to him. Looks like he's got no damage, so. See what happened here. Let's go to the chopper camera. So Dustin Cohen moves out of line on the inside, but then up here, Richard just pushes through Hunter and gets him loose. Hunter's going to hit Matthew Patton, save it, but then Richard Espinal gets ran through. He's going to get put back down into Devin Ray. They're both going to save it. Matthew Patton saves it. He goes through the pits. But look at this, drifting through the grass. Devin Ray comes back up, nearly hits him. Looks like Richard's got some left rear damage. Devin Ray has some right rear damage. Let's go back, though, look at Hunter Hastings' cockpit from this wreck. My pick to win just got almost spun out right there. At 210, trying to save it. Had it saved. And no, you didn't really even never had it saved. He's still whipping it, though, trying to save it through the grass. These next gen hates them bumps. So yeah, just insane driving for Hunter. As you see it wrecking full time here from the blimp camera. I thought Hunter was going to come back and kill someone, but I don't think anyone hit him. Ooh, looks like, never mind. Bobby Rachel ends up hitting him in the back. Possibly got some front end damage on that machine. Yeah, he's got the center punch from that one. Back up front, though, Josh McCullough still your leader as this will probably put us into overtime. Here comes Michael Wingo getting his lucky dog, so he'll be only 2 laps down. No one else is a lap down at the moment, but with that wreck might give some guys damage, but I don't think anyone had too much damage. Here comes Hunter, Richard, Bobby, Rachel, all to fix their damage they possibly got from this wreck. Here comes Devin Ray too with that little bit of right front damage he's got. So all these guys should be alright. Stay on the lead lap, get back out here. And we'll have a 16 car battle for the finish probably. There's 16 cars on the lead lap that do have a possible chance of cashing. Josh, would you mind telling us the cash positions for this race, if they've said anything?
It will be top 3 payout for the big dogs, and I think top 5 for the little dogs.
Okay, so there you see top 5 payout for the little dogs, which is pretty big, and top 3 payout for the big dogs, which we only have a couple big dogs in here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you need to finish top 3 out of the 7 people. So we've got to beat 4 of them. Feel like these guys will be able to do that, but the whole top 3 is with big dogs. Then you got Nash Brambilla, the next big dog. Hunter Hastings all the way back in 11th is the 4th big dog. Sorry, 5th. And then Devin and Matt Pat further back 14th, 15th. We're coming 1 to go, Josh, right? We have 3 GWCs tonight, so they have plenty of time to cause more yellows and keep wrecking. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but if they do wreck on this first lap, we'll have 2 more attempts after that. But if they make it to the white, no more yellows, race is on. They can wreck as much as they want. We will not see any more yellows if they make it to the white flag. Alright, as we got Josh McCullough electing the outside line on this restart, that's going to put him with Ryan Bailey, with help from Ryan Bailey now. And Kenneth will be on the inside with John Ward and James Waring. But John Ward, I noticed, has a little bit of right front damage, and James Waring is actually still center punched. So that's going to probably hurt the bottom a lot. It's already down, like, on power because of just the outside line, the side draft and everything, the runs they get. So that's just not going to help in their case at all. So it looks like Kenny might be able to get clear on the turn 1 and 2, but if he don't, they're going to fall fast. So Josh is looking like one of the favorites here, Josh and Ryan Bailey, if they can stay up there and stay clear. But if Kenny gets clear, he might have a shot if he can jump up in front of him. As now, field making their way through the travel, Josh McCullough and Kenny McCullough on the front row into the United Rentals restart zone. First of 3 overtimes. Green flags back in the air for Josh and Kenny. And a great jump there from the 0-5. But very spaced out on the top. They're more bunched up on the bottom. But we'll see if Josh will stay up top here with Ryan. As Ryan doesn't have like any help. So the bottom's definitely going to surge here. As Ryan gets clear though. So he might jump down as well. As they're still pulling away, but now Kenny's going to jump up, so that's going to hurt the bottom even more. Kenny McCullough throwing right on the outside now. Now the bottom's got 2 damaged cars on the inside. Oh, and now Kenny's going to take the right rear of Ryan Bailey, put himself in the wall, but Ryan's going to end up actually blocking that run. Now Nash Brambilla out to dry. He's going to get probably picked up here by John Ward. Mark Rondell through the middle line. Oh, and he's going to wreck Ricky Stewart hard into the wall. Goes Mark Rondell, Ricky Stewart. And looks like Richard Espinal also involved in that one. That will bring out our 6th caution of the night, and that will be another attempt at an overtime finish. As we go back and look at what happened here between Ricky Stewart and Mark Rondell. Down the backstretch, Ricky looks like he might want to go low. Mark does go low, but as Ricky kind of is moving around a lot, Mark's going to tag him in the left rear, and that's going to turn them both down in the inside line and then back up. And look at that, Ricky Stewart nearly almost upside down. Almost up in the air there. And that's going to end up totaling these 2 cars. They are destroyed, and the other guy involved was Richard. But he looks like he might get away decently okay. Not a ton of damage, as you see. They're pushing like 15 deep, so, I mean, really, Mark can't do anything. He's getting pushed through by Richard, which Richard has done this the whole race. I don't know if anyone's been telling him to quit, but that's going to cause another wreck. And he's actually going to have a bunch of damage. So his hood's actually going to be buckled up, so a good bit of damage on that machine. As we go back and look at Mark Rondell, let's go to Mark Rondell's cockpit here. And he just got pushed through, so nothing really he can do. Now Ricky Stewart. So Josh still your leader. Here comes Michael Wingo around to get another lap back, so that he'll be only 1 lap down after this caution. So he gets 1 more caution, which is definitely possible. We will see Michael Wingo back on the lead lap. As the field makes their way down the front stretch, Josh McCullough will still be a leader. You gonna let the top Josh here? Josh! Oh, I'm muted in Discord. Shoot. What's up, Josh? I heard you say my name.
I haven't been hearing you talk.
Yeah, I've been muted. Sorry. As no, Josh will elect the bottom. Put him with Kenny here. Ryan Bailey will be on the outside with Dustin Cohen. So it looks like the bottom's going to have the two teammates, the two veterans lined up on the bottom. So it might be able to roll here in a second. Nash Brambilla also down there. So that's 3 big dogs on the bottom. The next big dog will be John Wood on the outside line. So 4 big dogs up here in the top 6. As the field makes their way through 3 and 4 here. Josh, you plan on winning this thing? You think you're going to get it done? Wow, not a word from him. So Josh,
Oh,
obviously
what'd you
not.
say?
You think you're going to pull it off? Again, not a word from him. Wow, Josh. All right. I'm pulling for you, Josh. Sorry, I'm a broadcaster. Can't be biased. No, I'm not pulling for anybody. Anyways, pace car is off. Here we go. Second attempt at an overtime. McKellar Bailey into the United Rentals restart zone. Green flag will be back in the air. 2 laps to go. A absolutely phenomenal restart on the bottom line. Kenny McKellar already clear. Nash Brambilla probably going to get clear. That's now Kenny Josh both going up top towards the middle line. Probably need to... Might want to go back down. No, Nash Brambilla looks like he might be center punch. So they're going to stay middle for now. Here comes Ryan Bailey. Going to give a big shot to Kenny. Now they're going to work their way up top. But that bottom line's formed up. And it's formed up good. Here comes Nash Brambilla with help from James Waring and Hunter Hastings. Now middle line. Oh, John Wood contact with Hunter. Oh, they're still doing. Nearly 4 wide going into 3 back here. Now Nash Brambilla jumps down with, or jumps up with James Waring. Matthew Patton all the way down with William H. Scott. No help on the bottom. The middle line's kind of formed up, but not enough as that top line is roared out of turn number 4. McCullough, Bailey, Cohen into the tri-oval, making it to the white flag. White flag in the air for the 05. When will we see the guys make the move that's behind McCullers? Will we see him make the move? Here goes Mason on to the inside of Devin Ray. See if they can form up any sort of run they can. Only 2 cars down there. Let's see if Cohen or Devin or anybody. No, Nash is going to jump back up. Bobby Rachel to the inside. Ryan Bailey, Dustin Cohen, trying to maybe make something happen. Now Devin Ray's going to shoot low with Bobby Rachel. He's going to have a big run. Here comes Devin Ray to the inside of Josh McCullough. Will he be able to pull it off? Devin Ray into the tri-oval. Now he's falling back a little bit. Josh McCullough leads going into the tri-oval. Devin Ray's going to get one more shot at it. Here he comes into the tri-oval. They're going to wreck. Josh McCullough sideways. He's going to save it and win in HCR 2.0 as Devin Ray gets turned into the tri-oval. Oh my goodness, can you believe it? Josh McCullough, your winner tonight. What a run for Josh and his dad, Kenny. 1-2, McCullough Motorsports, father-son. Ryan Bailey's going to get third and win the little dog payouts. And Josh and Kenny will get 1-2 in the big dog payouts. Bobby Rachel is going to get 4th. Oh, never mind, that's not... Who got 4th? It's Dustin Cohen in the 4th spot. And Nash Brambilla in the 5th. So he'll round out the payouts for the big dog. And then Rachel will actually get the next little dog payout. So that's 3rd for the little dogs. And then James Waring might get the next payout for the last payout for the little dogs. As here goes Josh burning it down. Good one there, Josh. As now we can go back and look at this final lap here in 1 and 2. Look at the chopper view here. So we go further back here to see Devin Ray. He's got Bobby Rachel behind him. And Bobby's going to jump down here, and then he gets a bump from Nash. Look at that perfect move by Devin Ray. Just picture perfect move. Perfect timing. And he's going to have Rachel, only Rachel behind him, so that's what's going to hurt him. And then Nash is trying to get back up there, and he gets back up there too late. So now Devin starts to fade, but he gets that final push right there, and then there's going to surge a little bit. And here comes Devin, looking like he might have a shot at it, and Rachel's going to turn Kenny down into Devin and hook Devin right back up into Josh. Sucks for Devin there, doing so good and then gets turned and just a vicious wreck after the line. We go back though for a second, look at Josh's view of this. Let's go far chase here in the trail. See this awesome save that he had pulled off. And then we'll go to interviews. There you see, look at that. Gets turned left, cuts back right, and keeps it straight for the win. Anyways, though. Let's interview a winner here. Josh McCullough, do you have a copy?
Gotcha.
Well, pulled off the dub, so first off, congrats to that once again. So, I mean, just heck of a run there. You did everything right there. Had Kenny behind you the whole time. So just walk me through that final restart and how you ended up winning it.
Main goal was staying up front. I was pretty worried about them making a run through the corner right there. I almost got killed by Devin. Good thing I saved it and then cut across my dad's nose and they was able to secure the win. Glad to get him a mess win for the team.
All right. Well, last question I got for you. Just give us your thanks and shout outs to people we got here.
Give you a big shout out for doing the broadcast. Shout out to Jimmy and James for putting these races on. It's a lot of fun.
All right, well, there you go. There you have it. Your winner tonight in the HGR 2.0 race, Josh McCullough. And now let's pull up your second place finisher. Hopefully make this quick. Looks like Kenny's going to... the race, next race is fixing to start soon, so we'll be in that in a second. Yo, Kenny, you got a copy?
Yo, I got you.
Well, first off, congrats on the second place, and just great run overall for you. Just walk me through that final restart, and what more did you need to maybe get the win, and
I really wanted to make a move over Josh there, but I figured Ryan would just, I like to run into big dog, little dog, because, you can kind of not be such aggressive depending on who you're riding around there. I knew we were fine as far as the big dog payout, so I didn't want to do anything to jeopardize. Didn't have anybody behind me. I think would have went with me. I knew Ryan was comfortable where he was. So, but man, overall fun race. It was a blast.
all right, well, you just good job on the second place there, y'all. You were probably, I'd say you led the most laps. You were most dominant car, but couldn't get it done there. But second, you would definitely take a second. So good job on that. And just last question I got for you. Give us your thanks, shout outs, people we got here. Well, there you go. Thank you, Kenny. There's your second place finisher, Kenny McCullough. And now let's drag up your... he's actually deafened, so probably not going to interview. I know I did everything wrong there. I did not see that I spelled that wrong. And that I had a winner on him for a second. I believe my OBS just crashed anyway. But looks like we're not going to be getting an interview from Ryan Bailey in the third spot. And actually the Little Dog payout winner. So I'll just go to our finishing results. Again, I usually do this before the interviews, but didn't have enough time, so if I can find where it's at. pull that up. Here we go. Tonight's finishing results presented by Joshua McCullough. And first place finisher, Joshua McCullough. Tonight, Kenny McCullough will get second, Ryan Bailey third, Bobby Rachel fourth, Dustin Cohen fifth, Nash Brambilla sixth, Hunter Hastings seventh, Devin Ray eighth, John Wood ninth, Matthew Patton 10th, James Waring 11th, Mason Only 12th, William Scott 13th, Richard Espinal 14th, Michael Wingo 15th, Ricky Stewart 16th, Mark Vondell 17th, rounding out your field, I believe. Yes, so there you have it. Great race overall tonight. Glad I could broadcast this for y'all. Had a pretty fun time there broadcasting that. So thank y'all for tuning in tonight. I gotta go get ready for this other race, and hopefully my SDK will start working right again. I mess with all the stuff, so I'm trying to get used to it still. But anyways, again, thank y'all so much for watching, tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe if you like this, and I will see y'all in the next race.